Hello and welcome to the show, where I'm currently being boxed in by everybody. No, we've got to get away. There's a gap. Find a gap. No. Oh, we have been bested. Damn it. There is always a way to cheat your way out of this one, but still. Oh, Joe shuffled forward slightly. Can we spin our car in such a way? I've got zoomy cats going on as well. Bloody hell. So if you can hear the scrabbling, that's what it is. It's zoomy cats. We've broken free. Ewan was the weak link. Yes, it is time for some GTA racing with a new car. This is the Postlude. That is essentially a old Honda Prelude. Not the sort of first name I expect in the world of GTA 5. I didn't expect a Prelude to make its way to GTA, but it is actually pretty cool to have this. I should have turned my map and names over players on, but I didn't. So there we go. Somebody just... Oh, I know why somebody forgot to turn, because they were about to get anti-jump started by Danger Man, I think. Oh dear. We are going to be on the outside through here. This should give some space. That's fine. As we run through these next couple of corners, we can maybe hold it on the outside, but it is going to be a long way around here. And sure enough, we get a little bit of a kind of twitch mid-corner. We will lose out, but that's fine. We're going to get a push from a Lado, I think it is, toward this next corner. But again, we're on the outside. Bit of oversteer. Not as bad as the Kanjo in terms of the handling, although it's very definitely a front-wheel drive car. You can feel a lot of kind of on-power understeer, and it doesn't have the most amount of traction, although I kind of like it. Again, it feels kind of how you would expect it to. Which is nice. Not going to go around the outside there. Haven't got the momentum, and it's a difficult place to pass. We've got a lot of the area this track is taking part in. There's quite a few of these 90-degree corners, but then we've also got these kind of sky tracks, if you will. Oh, looping its way around. That is a lot too much oversteer from me, and we have now got a yellow car to the inside. Oh, there is a Ewan having a little bit of a look and a think, but not quite able to find a way past. As we head around these next couple of corners. Oh, hairpin time. That's definitely not a recipe for disaster. Ewan was very late on the brakes and almost got in a lot of trouble there. Can I get some slipstream off anybody up ahead? The answer is... oh, there he goes. Now it kicks in. With that, where is the finish? Oh, the finish line is down there. Okay, would have been perfect for a run to the line. Maybe, although Ewan would get very close to stealing it. Here comes everybody back past me. It's a big start-finish straight here. It's going to be a lot of slipstream shenanigans towards the finish line on the last lap of the race, I can tell you that much. Someone's ending up in that petrol station as well. I can almost guarantee it. Hopeful it won't be me. Oh, there was a gap there. And hello, Lado. Are you Lado? No, you're Brazen. Hello, Brazen. There is Lado to the inside, I think. Yeah, we got crossed up, and poor Brazen alongside just had nowhere to go. There's no avoiding that. There's nothing you could do about that. And there's nothing I could do to stop it either. It's the worst. It's one of the worst kind of crashes where you can see it's happening, but there's just nothing you can do to stop it. Neither me nor Brazen could really avoid that one. We are... Whoop, on the outside of a longbow, not quite going to make that work, although might be able to duck to the inside here if we don't get too much oversteer or too squeezed against the wall. That's fine. I mean, we can see we've lost a lot of track position from that, but we're not actually too far away from the leaders. Of course, we have slipstream, we have catch-up turned on. So yeah, if you do make a little mistake early on, you still got a chance in this, which yeah, we kind of did. Oh, longbow got a bump from Danger Man. Let's try and not get huge oversteer through there. I'm not surprised somebody found the foliage at that section. It was oh, Ewan's found a different bit of foliage / a post. Yeah, that corner, I mean, always caught us out on the first lap. It is quite a tricky one. Oh, Lado's... I went to go for a dive on Lado, and then Lado went for a dive on the cars ahead. It was perfectly fair. I just had to back out of it before we made a silly error, shall we say. Come on, here's the slipstream. We're going to get a good slingshot towards Joe. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. When it comes to the run to the finish line, you do get a lot of slipstream from further back, but as you saw there, I mean, we wouldn't have been able to pass Ladder. It's really going to depend on how everyone comes off that final corner. We are slowing down towards turn 1. We get a lot of understeer there end up washing out a little bit wide. Nothing too bad though. 3 wide heading down this next section. That could go wrong. Oh, I do not want to be in the middle of that necessarily. Blakey is to the lead of the race. That curb, if we hit that too hard, we could definitely roll. We're trying to... Uh-oh. We have got one of the yellow cars to the inside. Which shade of yellow is that? That's the brazen shade of yellow. I'll figure it out eventually. They're going to go almost 3 wide down here. Oh, they are going to go 3 wide. Lado is going to have a go, and it is through. In the end, it was me and Gliska that got a little bit connected. Just too many cars in that fairly small piece of road. Did not go amazingly well to plan. We will have a little lift. I mean, both me and Blakey are going to get a half-decent run off there with some slipstream. Is it going to be enough? Don't know. Oh, Joe with a dive to the inside, although gets past one, loses it. We're going to have a sneaky go up the inside and get a couple of cars in one corner, actually. That's not a bad pass through there. And as they squabble amongst themselves, oh, we had a go, and then we didn't have the front end had the grip. The rear end did not have the grip to go with that idea. It's getting very busy, to say the least here. It's actually horrifically busy at this part of the track. It's great racing. Very, very busy. We're 3 wide heading towards the hairpin. Blakey's come off the worst. Now, we're on the outside, which is a bit of a dangerous place. You get a good run on the exit on this outside line. The problem, though, is that you are vulnerable if anything goes on the inside. I was having a look to see what bump drafting might be like. I mean, I think these can bump draft. We've pinned Gliska in the middle there. Gliska got nowhere to go. We have now got a good run. Oh, through the middle. Blakey did not realise that we were there. Oh, there's just so many cars. This is so going to end in disaster as we all break down towards the first corner. It is about 4 wide. It's just 4x4. They don't even do this at, like, Daytona. This is not going to end well. It's just, I'm hoping that it's me that comes out of it okay. That it's not me that's involved in whatever inevitably goes wrong. It's still everybody together as we head 3 wide into this next... I mean, this next corner here is a tricky one. It's not quite flat out. There's a little bit of a bump that upsets the back end of these cars. We've got a good run down here. I've got nowhere to go with it, though. We're just going to push Joe to the lead, because that's about all I can do with the momentum. And then we really are on the outside of a 4 wide. Oh! We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, and it was off the inside wall. It was always something was going to have to give. I couldn't really do much more there. I mean, the only thing that I could have done was basically stop on the outside. But even if I'd done that, I would have had to try and pick my way through that crash anyway. I think Brazen hit the inside barrel. Once that fired the car across the track, when it's that busy, there's nothing anyone can do. The only plus point of it being so busy is that there's so much momentum trying to go the right direction that a lot of cars, if they're having an accident, they get kind of spun either clear or back pointing the right way. So it kind of sorts itself out a lot easier than if, for example, you'd done it on your own, or kind of a lot quicker. So yeah, I mean, we got through. We lost a bit of time, not as much as some, pretty much, not as much as Brazen. We're going to bumper you, and thankfully, considering we were carrying way too much speed into the hairpin, there's normally a death sentence. That was actually not so bad for you, and I thought that was going to go a lot worse. There is some argy-bargy down here, yeah. So that is us just too far back to get a big enough slipstream run. You can't go from that far back and actually make your way to the lead of the race by the finish line. This is going to be chaos. This is going to be chaos. Unless someone has a really big lead out of the final corner, you're probably going to want to be second or third. However, it's going to really depend on where everybody is, because it could be a car further back that gets a good run. Everyone could stumble over each other. We're not sure at the moment, because these are not the easiest vehicles in the world to drive. Oi! Hello. That was some two-wheeled antics right there. I thought we were going to roll. Well, I mean, we were going to sort of roll onto Danger Man. I think they're probably going to stop us from rolling. I think we'd sort of lent on the car. We did avoid a big crash. Ewan's giving us a push down here. When we are on the inside of a Danger Man, you can't turn across. I don't know if Danger Man realised we were there. But, yeah, we had to make the corner at some point in all of that. There is going to be a red car on the inside. We are stuck on the outside. Everyone has survived that one. It's about to get busy. Because we are coming up to, well, the busy sections, shall we say. Here is quick. All 3 wide there is not what you want, and I am... Okay, we can get onto a normal racing line. Ewan hit a bit of street furniture and slowed down. We're going to get past down this next section, I should think. Because no one wants to be leading coming out the final corner. However, as we've seen, there's so many cars trying to pick what position. Oh, bloody hell, Ewan, that's brave. That's not going to stick. That's going to end up being a big oversteer moment and in a lot of trouble. Right, oh, there's a huge wreck behind. There is an absolutely massive crash behind. I think it might... I don't know, it's still... Everyone's got out of there quite well. Who is going to get the slipstream run? It's me and Ewan battling for it. No one. None of us. None of us have got it. Gliska might do it. Brazen might do it here, actually. I think Brazen's got it. And I don't know who came where for second. Yeah, we all, like I say, we slightly bumped one another, and it just killed all of our momentum. None of the slipstream was really working, and it was the car further back. I was kind of hoping that crash was big enough that we were going to it would just be the battle between us three. We kind of, say we might have cost you in the win, boxed you in a little bit, so they couldn't go the way they wanted to around Gliska. However, I think Brazen was going to beat all of us anyway. So Brazen takes victory. Ewan gets on the podium. I will take third in that one. Gliska a bit unlucky to end up fifth. Amy was approaching with a lot of speed at the end there. Just ran out of room to put the car. Oh, what a manic first race. For our second race, we have got a car that don't actually use very often. This is, well, the Voltic, one of the base game supercars. A great handling car. That it doesn't have a huge amount of top speed, but it is a good fun car to drive. Should make for an interesting race. We should have more rear end grip than the Postlude, to be honest with you. We're going to run down towards turn one. We're going to cover the inside. Oh, actually going to end up a little bit deep. I'm glad. Oh, there goes everybody with the cutback. So I'm glad nobody outside was trying a late braking manoeuvre. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble. But we'll go side by side with Gliska through here. We will give just enough space for the turquoise machine, and still we go side by side all the way through here. Little tap on the brakes. Still, neither of us are fully clear. And here comes the horde of pink cars. That is Joe to the inside. Blakey's to the inside. Oh, we're all going to get... That's a big twitch. And it's Blakey that gets unlucky in the end of all of that. I mean, again, that was very much... it looks like there's about to be trouble. It looks like there's about to be trouble going on. So many cars in such a small... kind of space. I'm going to be on the outside. That's not a normal place I'd want to go for an overtake. We were carrying good speed, and it looks like we might actually get the move completed here and have ourselves put up into second. We do. Amy and Dangerman playing it close with the bushes on the outside of that corner. Well, I actually don't think you need a little lift over that crest. I mean, this car is very, very grippy. Joe got a little bit of an awkward bump on the curb there. We'll get to the inside. I'm not bothered about that. I know Joe's going to get a good exit, but we'll get in the slipstream. One of the yellow cars was pointing slightly the wrong direction off of the hairpin. We will slipstream up past. Now, these aren't as effective in the draft, I don't think, as the Postlude. No, they're not. They actually kind of die out a little bit in the draft. So the slipstream runs will not be as impressive with these as they were in that first race. Something to bear in mind. So we're 3 wide diving into the hairpin. Is Joe going to try and cut back? Yes, does go all the way to the bottom and might actually retake. You know what? 2 wide through there was mad, but you get away with it. 3 wide is probably not going to be got away with. Oh, okay, too much speed into that one. I thought I could get away without running into where Joe was struggling with understeer, but no, could not. That was a little bit foolish by me, a little bit misjudged. Do we have... Oh, I wanted to have a go to the inside of Deja, I just wasn't sure. I mean, it looks like a slow corner, but these have got such good brakes and so much grip that you do actually brake very late there. So it's not a very big braking. I mean, and of course it's GTA racing, so naturally, there's a lot of grip in these cars. So the braking zones are very, very small. That's just asking for a wreck. Like that's the sort of move. If that was the final corner of the final lap, you'd do it. But at this point, you're just looking for trouble. Really, and it's better to... Oh, Deja bad play it so close. It's better to sit and wait, because ultimately I didn't lose anything there by just being a little bit patient, and we'll have a better opportunity to make a move for the lead, because we're still in third. We might have a go on the exit of the hairpin. Danger Man is going for the sort of line that I was looking at, this sort of wider line, and then go for the... I mean, we're just going for the slipstream from the cars ahead. The wider line, you can kind of get the slingshot off of it. Okay, can Longbow pass me? They do, but it's... So what it kind of feels like is some bump drafting going on from Amy, actually quite successfully pushed Joe to the lead. What it looks like is when these start getting up to towards their top speed, I guess they're gear limited or I guess RPM limited, I guess being electric would be the technical how it would be. Regardless, they just don't have much more top speed in the slipstream, so you get a good pull for the acceleration, but then once you've got up to speed, the car's sort of third, fourth in line for the slipstream. Once they're out that hairpin, there's just not quite any more power left. Oh, that's about to be a problem. I think there was some bump drafting attempted and it didn't work, and this is not a place to be 3 wide, but we will be brave and we will get past. They're continuing to fight each other. We got lucky that we got away with that one. Everybody saw what was happening. Everyone did what they needed to stay out of trouble. Longbow is not going to want to have a go to the end. You don't want to drive into that wedge if the car ahead is sort of semi-covering the inside. You're just asking for trouble. It's a colourful stack of trouble going on behind. Joe enjoying that little bit of a lead. I was understeering. I don't think I would have held that. So, unfortunately, that tap on the brakes really unsettles the car through there. Kind of the weight transfer throws it off. I lost loads of time, but it was better than ending up in a bush. I'm pretty sure I saw Amy in the background visiting the trees there. They have claimed a number of cars. Right, so as we come off the hairpin, yeah, you can see it's all stacked up. Blakey's way too far back. And now we've got past. I don't think Joe would have time. Is in the slipstream, or it would be close. Would be close to have it, but yeah, it's a lot different to the Postlude in terms of the draft. So that's definitely going to be an interesting factor. We will try and be neat and tidy through here. Joe is out wide, but not quite dangerously wide into the petrol station yet. We can be the inside here. It's the outside around this next part, which will actually work. I think Joe may have to have a lift because they got a little bit out of shape, a little bit out of position through there. Oh, they are going to have a dive to the inside. I was about to say I don't think you would, but they had a good enough run that it was not a ridiculous manoeuvre to try. Do I? No. I've got no slipstream going on, and in these cars it's such a tiny braking zone, it's not even really worth it. Unless you've got a big slipstream pull, and then it suddenly becomes a bit different scenario. So we've got me, Joe, Danger Man, Mute is caught up. Team Orange are not completely out of this. We are alongside on the way in here, but it does make it quite a slow exit when you try and go side by side here, and Joe will immediately fight back through this next corner. I do not want to end up in the trees. That outside line can give people trouble. Mute is the one playing it dangerous with the trees this time. Danger Man gives us a little bit of a help. I don't really want to be on the outside through here, but we have got no choice in the matter. The red car has done a good job to get itself to the inside in all of this. Me and Joe are going to take the wider line through here. I mean, I didn't really have any choice but to take the wider line. We will get a good exit off of this. We have the momentum from that wide line, and we do have the slingshot from the slipstream, but you see how it's kind of just stalled out now. It's enough to get us... It's kind of... Yeah. So, I mean, Danger Man could have actually bump drafted Joe there, chose not to. It might come down to that at the end of the race. We don't know. It's 4 wide through turn 1. Mute leads. Team Orange got connected a little bit. We have a... Lado, I think, has come to join the party there. It's 3 wide through this section. Everyone survives it. Mute leads to go 3 wide again. At the moment, me and the yellow car are almost making it 3 wide. Oh, Mute got tangled up. We have dodged this. Thankfully, we are clear. And now we've got a different yellow car finding a way past. It's Gliska versus Danger Man up at the front. Got to try and not go in the wall. All of this fighting has actually... Oh, Blakey found the post. Oh, no. It's not the final lap of the race yet, Blakey. You can't have your bad luck now. Yeah, we're surrounded by yellow cars. That's okay. Brazen can go and... fight with Danger Man and Gliska. I've actually got that corner wrong. We got a little bit out on the bumps, and that just dumped us a bit wide. I mean, you know, we're not quite caught up to the lead pack yet. However, I think we should before the end of this lap, and then we will be there for the battle. Although I'm not going to fight that too hard. Lado wants to get the pass done. We'll just cut back on the exit and we can get to the inside up for the hairpin. As long as I can kind of be in the draft, that's actually a really good hairpin. If we can be in the draft here, that'd be so helpful. So we can just drag ourselves towards this fight. We'll bring Lado with us. We will probably end up bringing level 8 and Mute as well. Here we go. They are literally 3 wide and all about equal in terms of speed. And me and Lado have slingshotted our way past. Towards turn 1 we go. We're on the wide line, which, I mean, is not the safest, but is the line we were given, and we made it all work. Lado to the lead of the race. We'll bobble. Oh, God, that curb did nasty things. I wasn't expecting that at all. Some cars, you're kind of prepared. This one has not really shown any tendencies to do that, so I am surprised. We will get a good run down here. Maybe it's just not really happening. The slipstream's just not going. Lado moves across to defend the inside. I'm not too fussed about trying that one around the outside. You can kind of tell a little bit how fast the car you're racing's gone into that corner if they're going to understeer a bit wide to know whether it's a safe idea to try and go around the outside. Lado's very, very aggressive on the defence down there. In fact, we pulled a huge gap because everybody else has fought each other. We are to the outside down here. Don't want the outside line. We're going to duck underneath to repass that one, which we will. Now, where is Lado going to look? Is Lado going to have a look through this fast corner? They already got past me once down here. I know they're going to go side by side. Lado's looking to go the long way around here. Danger Man might get both of us here if we are not careful. Danger Man could end up getting the pair of us. But I've actually got good amount of speed coming out of all of this. Here we go. Is Brazen, is anyone close enough? We've got a good run here. We are to the inside. Here come the yellow cars. I don't think they're going to do it. It's going to be victory for me. Whew. Yeah, I don't quite know what happened behind us, because there were a lot of cars and then it thinned out, so they must have had a crash. Lado absolutely defended for their life through a lot of that lap. Blakey, unlucky hitting that post, was in the battle. Brazen with a strong showing around this track, actually, a first and a second. Team Yellow had a good round here, with second and third for Brazen and Lado. Danger Man ends up fourth ahead of Mute and Joe Ewan. Level 8 Gliska and Longbow. Yes, something happened on that final lap that we didn't actually quite see. That's made a little bit of a mess of it. That was great fun. I really, really like that circuit, actually. Really good fun racing with both the cars. The Voltic's always good fun to race. And the Postlude kind of handles interestingly. And I mean that in a kind of a good way. So I have a positive because it's a bit funky. But a good fun car to race. So there we go. That is going to be it for this video. A big thank you to Pone for building this wonderful track. And of course, thank you all very much for watching. Shall be it from me, though. Until next time, goodbye.